New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. A New York City based actress was fired this weekend after backlash over her viral TikTok complaint that the city didn't need to be shut down over one cop whose funeral was held Friday at St. Patrick's Cathedral. New York City police officer Jason Riviera was killed January 21st by a suspect while responding to a domestic dispute in Harlem. A second police officer died days later. On Friday, thousands lined Manhattan streets to mourn the 22-year-old Riviera, but actress Jacqueline Guzman likely wasn't one of them. The actress posted a TikTok rant about streets closures prompted by the funeral. Quote, "We don't need to shut down most of lower Manhattan because of one cop who died for probably doing his job incorrectly. They kill people who are under 22 every single day for no good reason, and we don't shut down the city for them." She continued, like, this is ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. What if somebody is having a heart attack in this area? Nobody can get to them because it's blocked off, all for one cop. Later, she deleted that post. Police officers and social media commenters rebuked Guzman's complaints, complaining and calling her disrespectful and stating that she should be ashamed of herself. This is the most interesting thing about this, right? Now, I've covered tons of videos and also showcased um, some officers' comments either on Facebook, Twitter, IG, or whatever platform they were on before it was deleted, or whatever groups that they were in. And a lot of cops, whenever a suspect, right, usually, right, the black man, is doing a crime, as they always do, right, and they just so happen to maim or harm, disable, or take the life of said black man, child, and or teenager, they are on social media, using slurs, making derogatory comments. They're making memes. They're making jokes out of the situation. They'll say things such as "one down, 9,999 to go." They'll always make jokes and have laughter about that. And then they themselves will also have issue with the black community, right? Mourning one of their own, right, who was harmed and or had their life taken by way of cops. Cops have openly stated how they have problems with that. Like, oh, how are you guys going to sit up there and mourn a criminal and all the wrongdoing that he's done and da 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 da, right? They'll do that. And in contrast, this is exactly what the New York actress was saying. She stated that, hey, in her opinion, it was like, why are we shutting down the city just for one, right? They sit up there and take the lives every single day of people that don't even make it to the age of 22, but yet this is what you're going to do just for one. How come none of these cops would not do the exact same thing for the innocent lives, right, that they take on an everyday basis, right? And that's a very beautiful observation. Very beautiful observation. But the problem is, a lot of cops have a problem with that observation because it is being critical and it is critiquing the job that they do every single day. And for a lot of cops, they feel that, hey, my job is the most dangerous job, out here. I wake up every single day, I get up, and I could potentially lose my life. Now, what I would sit up there and say to a lot of those people who are cops, you were never born a cop. This was not something that was assigned to you at birth. This was a selective choice that you decided to make after you left high school. You signed up, or however it works, and then you went to the police academy for whatever amount of time. You graduated, and then you made it to a precinct, and now you're a full-fledged cop, and now you're on the beat working the streets. That's how it works. So a lot of people that always want to harp on and go on the whole fact of like, oh, well, I'm this, I'm a cop, and this is, nobody made you be a cop. Nobody told you to do that. There were tons of other jobs directly out here. But for whatever personal reasons that you have, you decided that this would be the proper job for you to take at this moment in time, and that no other job is worth it but being a cop. You could have been an EMS worker. You could have been a firefighter. You could have been a lawyer. You could have been a mathematician. You could have been a scientist. You could have been a biologist. You could have been a chemist. You could have been a part of the astronauts that, are part of SpaceX. There's a multitude, thousands or hundreds of thousands of different jobs that they could take. There's even jobs that, can be created, right? Meaning that they can be entrepreneurs, meaning that they wouldn't have to go out there every single day and risk their lives and be away from their families and potentially have, somebody feel a certain type of way about them whenever they come out, outside of their house onto the streets. So, like I said before, I'm sorry. Her opinion is her opinion. A lot of people will just sit up there and say it's insensitive. That's their opinion. I have no problem with that. I can say the exact same thing about a lot of the cops who I've looked at their Facebook. I've looked at their IGs. I've looked at their Twitters. I've looked at the text messages that they've sent to one another, or videos of how they sit up there and talk amongst their own people, right? I could very easily be offended by that. I can sit up there and say that they need to be fired and directly off the force, but guess what? Nobody's going to sit up there and do that. But when it comes to an actress who simply critiqued and voiced her opinion, and rightfully so, right? She ends up getting fired because the business that she is employed by, right, are more than likely cop sympathizers. They're more than likely people who, quote unquote, I have family who are in the force. I have family that's retired from the force. I have family that's about to be in the force, or they'll be like, well, respect, the men and women in blue, right? But like I said before, that respect will only go so far up until they get the negative end of that stick, and then they want to start protesting, and now they want to be against, and now they want to speak out. But up until, like I said before, a lot of these people who support the police, they're literally 5 to 10 steps away from reversing every single thing that they stated. All it takes is for that 1 to 2 interactions, and for those interactions to both be negative and to negatively affect their lives or the lives of their families or somebody that is very close to them, and they'll sit up there and change their tune. But up until that point, all of them are going to be police supporters. All of them. But like I said before, you're going to sit up there and let your dragons out for oh so long. They're going to go through ravaged towns and cities and countrysides, taking out a whole population. Once they're done with that and they don't have anything else to burn down, they're going to go right back from whence they came. And they're going to go back home, and they're going to do the exact same destructive path that they've let out in the world. They're going to bring that right to your doorstep, and there's not going to be nobody that's going to be left to sit up there and help you or to hear your cry. But like I said, there's nothing more I can sit up there and tell people. People can make their own choices and do whatever it is that they want to do. That's it. Like I said, at the end of the day, this was her opinion. She shouldn't have been fired over it. That's it. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.